This is the post-debate cope from Stardust here. After the Sunday debate, where Brianna Wu is going to jump on and give Stardust some a little bit of a pep talk, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of an ego boost, and say that she's been waiting to see Sunday get totally owned like that for so long. Obviously, I saw a bit of it when it happened live. And then we're going to keep watching, because apparently a bunch of other freaks come on too. So that's the plan for tonight. It's the plan for the video. And yeah, I mean, let's just start. I don't see why we should waste any time. There's 4 hours of this to go. And then I want to watch the now recording episode of Stardust as well. I'm still waiting, by the way, for a response on my challenge to Stardust. Obviously, I said I wanted to talk to her. It could be moderated by either now recording, Matt Pitt specifically, only Matt Pitt, or Jay Stalk, I'm most happy with, or Beckett. Worst comes to worst, we can get Beckett to moderate it. No matter what, I need to talk to Stardust about her coverage of this topic. I've just got a few questions. I just got a couple questions. I just want to ask some questions. It's an interview. It's not even a debate. It's more like an interview. Okay. I just want to know her opinion. All right. So I once again waiting for a response on that one. Put the offer out there, and let's just start watching her VOD from after this Sunday debate. The challenge is official. I said it yesterday. I messaged Jay Stalk. I said I wanted to do it on his stream, preferably. So, I mean, it is as far as I'm concerned, it's official. It's an official challenge. I mean, I'm not big on the old tweeting out challenges. I'm not really huge on that personally, especially because Stardust has me blocked on Twitter. It does sort of, it defeats the object a little bit. If I could tag her, I would maybe do that, but I can't. And if I try and contact her past a block, that feels like she gets a bullshit argument for harassment at that point, doesn't it? So I'm just putting it out there. I'm saying it in the open. I want to do an interview about the Poppy and Xena stuff. Just an interview, not a debate, okay? Just like with Richard Spencer, a bit like the ones she did with Richard Spencer. It's a bit like that. It's one of those kind of interviews. I want to be friends, is what I'm saying. I think we could work. Oh, man. Okay, let's get into a VOD.
I appreciate the raid, but again, disappointed. So, yeah.
So disappointed in Sunday.
What's up, lovers of alcoholic pseudo-intellectuals? Jesus
Do
Christ,
people actually believe she won? Yeah, I never know what people actually believe, but there are certainly people saying that. Yeah, yeah.
It would have been good if Sunday participated. Yeah. Damn, dude. 4 more years. Wow. Stardust, one day you should check out the Pred catching drama community. It's insane and well worth a look. I think they're so fucking cringe, you know? Fucking wild. Man. Fucking wild.
4 more years.
Did you guys see that that Pearl Davis went to India? And there's like a picture of her in a sari and stuff?
Dangerous game. People like Leroy think Stardust won. That's unfortunate.
Most of the online locales, the only two I find serious are Dylan Burns and Lonerbox. I don't think so. I mean, I think there's some good people out there, but I just think that I'm disappointed. What can I say? Like, you know, you have doubtful thoughts about not so erudite's credentials and Brianna Woo's credentials, but somebody actually abusing their credentials isn't a big enough deal for you to cover. like, or take
But
seriously.
His argument is that
the victims
they were, and it was over specific disagreements that he had with them, that he was specifically involved in, right? Not everyone takes every fight at all times. This argument that you're a hypocrite because you don't fight every single battle all at once is like so dumb. No one goes after everyone. That's just not. It's not feasible for you to go after everyone that does something that goes against your values. That's a totally insane burden of expectation upon someone. If you ask someone their opinion on something and they give an opinion that is contradictory to a stance they've held when going after someone else, that's a good argument. But just saying, "Oh well, you went after this person, but you're not actively going after this person," that's retarded. That's dumb. That's really dumb. No one does that. It's a stupid standard to set. We could do this. You could do this to literally anyone in any situation.
Any sort of respect. Fucking wild. Fucking wild. But I think I made a good point at the beginning. I did say that he would engage in certain tactics, and I think we saw throughout this that he did. So, I mean, we can go.
I said at the beginning that Sunday would be really funny and entertaining and disrespect me the entire call. And, well, he did. So, it's like going on to... If she was going on to Cozy again, like she used to, you know. She was going on to Cozy.tv to talk to racist teenagers. And she opened the debate by saying, well, they're going to call me a Pajit. And they're gonna make racially stereotyped jokes about me. Like, yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's what their audience want them to do. That's what they're there for.
Over it one more time if you want, but part of the reason why I put together that PowerPoint is because I took a sneak peek at what he was doing right before this, and I saw he was already trying to do the whole, like, oh, you're clout sharking thing. So I was like, all right, I may as well, like, respond to that. So, yeah. Did Pearl get the attention she wanted in India? I don't know.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What does that mean?
What else?
Whole lot of nope. What does that mean?
LOL, I was on the phone for the last 2 hours with a friend. I missed the whole thing. We'll play back stream after. Please leave up for a couple of hours at least. I will. Origin says, if you had to debate, that's... why not invite me as a moderator? I would have muted him every second he interrupted.
What? Nobody wants you as a moderator, retard. You're just insufferable. You're an insufferable, annoying Discord sped with no charisma, nothing going for you. You're so deeply unlikable and uninteresting. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. It's horrendous, and it's crazy that you would sit in chat taking shots at Sunday, donating to Stardust. I guess birds of a feather.
Well, Xylee asked for it, and I'm friendly with Xylee, so yeah.
Looking ready to abuse her stepdaughter in every Disney movie ever.
But I will tell victims what legal avenue they should take, even if they never asked. Yeah. Good stuff. TBH, he was never going to be halfway to good faith with you, Stardust. You're a woman, which is the cardinal sin. That is true.
Well, what is this Sunday's a misogynist bullshit, man? It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's
really,
so lame.
I wanted to like him a long time ago. I really did, but I've just been disappointed.
It's just like he's the only person they fight with who they can use that against. Because he's a lefty. They thought they can get away with going for the misogyny angle. So they just abuse it, even when it just doesn't make sense. He wasn't being misogynistic towards her in that call. Maybe the joke's about her weight. You could argue. I don't know.
Really, and him, really upsetting. You know, well, I wanted him to be better.
Yeah, being impolite to Stardust isn't a sign of misogyny. It's a sign of self-respect. Okay.
Oh shit. Oh hey, Look, you win now. Thanks for standing up for us. Holy shit. Thank you for the $300.
Yay!
Oh my god, you were making my week.
Oh my god, thank you so much for making my week. Oh my god, where not that one. That one. So this is this person donating right now. This is the person who put together the documents who remember, Malcolm was saying on stream there's nothing that the victims could say, nothing that anyone involved could say that could undermine a defamation case against Poppy. Okay? Now, the person who put together the documents and is donating $300 to Stardust right now tweeted this. Now, the only thing stopping me from cutting off your path to recovering a career is my own principles. Your license renewal is coming up at the end of May, isn't it, love? Wouldn't it be poetic if you lost your license exactly 1 year after you let Xena attack me? I'm sure that, this could only have a positive impact in court. This could only have a positive impact in court. If you've got the main person gathering info, because a lot of the some of the info here, right? This person apparently went. Well, I think it's this person. It's either this person or someone in the little group, because there's a little group that are putting together a lot of stuff. I think went into like deep cover, pretended to be friends with Poppy for like a year or something, and then leaked a bunch of logs. And then this is also the person who put together the documents with the victims behind the scenes. So they are intricately involved in the whole public release of the information. So while I'm not sure, I can't make any firm statements whether this would have any impact in court or how the case would go. But the idea that Malcolm is out here saying, oh, there's nothing anyone could say that would undermine the defamation case, while this person is tweeting this shit and donating $300 to Stardust to push their side. So it seems a little bit rough. It seems like they're being a little bit irresponsible with how they engage with this topic. Just a little bit. Especially if they are now talking to lawyers and seeking legal action. I feel like they would be saying, shut the fuck up. I feel like that's the only thing those lawyers could be saying to them.
Damn, thank you. I guess I do win now. Thank you. Very kind of you. We're at 385. Wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you.
Take the chat message off the screen. Whoops.
She thought she made 15, but she got way more she won. Sunday bragging about $300 is crazy, Mao. Look, I don't like to brag about money. Like that's besides the point. The thing is, like, he started off before we even entered this debate. He started off his stream saying that I'm like doing this for views when I clearly make less views than he does, and I've made more views doing other content.
That's not an argument, Stardust. Why does she keep saying this? Just because no one's watching you compared to Sunday doesn't mean you're not doing something to try and get views. Just because it's not working doesn't mean that's not why you're doing it. And it is working anyway because it's giving you a huge boost. I mean, we can just go... I think Stardust even... Yeah, look, see, she's tried to go on to a different drama, and it is not, this is not going to hit the same as the others did. And even then, this is like Artcom stuff, so this should be, it's a Metica video reaction. God. Oh my god. But look, you can see exactly what happened here, can't you? So she's going through the motions. Month ago, 800, 2K, 700, 200, 600, 2.5, 800, 600, 700, 4.5, 1.4, 1.1, 200. And then she hits Poppy and Xena, 3.3, 1.8, 1.5, 2.9, 3.2, 3.5, 3.1, 3.1, 1.9, 2.6. Like, it's obvious what's happening here. We know what's happening. We can see what's happening here, Stardust. You were in the shitter. 50 average viewers. And then you got on the Poppy and Xena shit. 200 viewers a stream, 300 viewers a stream. Videos getting views again. Actually making some money from streaming again, for once. We can all see what happened here. We can all see exactly why are you trying to pretend that you're not doing this for views. No one puts out 10 videos on a topic in a row because they're just that passionate. I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't done this exact thing. Obviously, I have. Obviously, I farm the fuck out of food shops, for instance. But I'm not going to sit there and claim I'm not doing that for views. That's purely cynical. It's incredibly cynical. Stardust, though, wants to play like she's helping victims and accept $300 from victims who feel like they're being spoken up for. That's sickening, no? I feel like that's a gross way to act. You've got to just stand on it. You've got to own it. You've got to own the fact that you were essentially backed into a corner and this was like a huge benefit to you. Just say that. Like, yeah, stuff wasn't going great before this, and now I'm really benefiting from it. This is a really good drama for me to cover. Just own it. It was a lifeline for a dead channel. Exactly. And she's having to, and the funny thing is that this whole time she's like walking on eggshells because there's so much shit that if this new little audience that she's courted find out about, they will lose their mind. Even just going a month back, her popping off at Jalen about, if you being a woman is about trying. Being a woman is about trying and never fitting into a box that you're just being forced to fit into. All you do is grow your hair out and say the N-word. It's brilliant, man. Honestly, and they imagine if they saw that. Who do you think the ex Poppy and Xena fans, the Poppy and Xena polycule members? What do you think they're like? What do you think they look like? What type of trans people do you think they are? I don't know. I know what type Lady Raincloud is. I know what type Lady Raincloud is. Okay. Anyway. Let's go back to this VOD.
Than this, you know, I could have been covering anything else and been making like more views, you know. But I can't go chasing after views. I won't like doing this. I won't like streaming if I have to chase after views all the time, you know. So how are you going to accuse me of doing this for views and then by the end of this debate, brag about how much money you're making? And he pointed out how little views you made too, frequently. Yeah. I mean, I can't believe he thinks that I'm friends with Richard Spencer. Like, I have
what is she not getting? What did she not get? Just because you're not doing particularly well at it doesn't mean you're not doing it for the views. What the fuck? How does she not understand this? This is so insane. She does understand it, I think. I feel like I do this every time I watch Stardust content. Every time. I correct myself. I think she's being dishonest. I don't think she's that dumb. I can't see that she's that dumb. Beckett tells me she's actually very smart. Okay, Becky tells me I trust Becky. Becky tells me she's actually very smart, and he's very proud of her. Okay, so I think she's being dishonest. I think she's a wretched, dishonest snake. So that's the only thing I can take from what Becky's told me of her being smart.
Space is because I've been able to dunk on them, like you know, the whole Ollie Alexander stuff. You know, who else in the progressive space was reporting on Ollie Alexander potentially preying on members of America First? Like soliciting nudes from an underage guy. Nobody else in the progressive space, just me.
Becky.
Like,
I'm such a
you know, and it's interesting because when we were going over that, I went back to an old interview I did with Spencer where he was like, I don't think Nick Fuentes should be associated with this Ollie Alexander guy. I don't know why he's doing this. And I was like, damn. You know? Like, Jesus. It's not like you get nothing out of these, you know? So, but thank you so much, Transpersian, for the $300. I really appreciated it. It does make me feel much better. So I think it's so funny. So funny that he's like trying to claim that I'm sharking off of this.
That makes me feel much better. Dude. Thank you for the $300. It made me feel so much better. You really cheered me up. Thank you.
And then bragging about how much money he made, you know, by the end of the debate. So. Guess what? Xylee's going to have to look into Poppy and Xena anyways, because Essence of Thought is connected with them and also attacking one of their victims. Really? Who is Essence of Thought attacking? Stereo Rain Cloud says, I mean, Sunday spent that whole stream being a condescending prick to me and making snide, snarky comments, and then talking about how I was just offended and being dishonest about why I was upset. About it. Yeah. Stars, I thought you did great in an otherwise dumpster fire. Thank you. That means a lot, White Nervosa. Again, I know I'm a very controversial person.
Oh, we got all-star chat right now. All-star chat right there. Let's go. That's how I know I'm doing a good thing, is when White Nervosa comes in and gives me a pat on the back. Aren't we all looking for that, really? Aren't we all looking for that? That's how we know we're on the right team. It's when White Nervosa's going, good job. You did a good thing today.
Promise there's a method to the madness. I get why people don't agree with it. It's 100% fair why people don't agree with what I do. And honestly, I've been kind of staying away from it recently just because people on that side of the internet got my YouTube channel deleted, and that was like a whole hassle. But I really do appreciate it. I can't help it. I can't help that, like, I love what I love, you know? And if it's like fringe communities online that have crazy views, you know, I've always been fascinated by it, you know? So, who is Ethel attack? EOT is going after Courtney? Why? Oh, because Courtney made a video on EOT? Of course, that's why. Yeah.
Wait, bro, like, everyone is a victim
Ethel's
here.
releasing a dunk video on Courtney. Honestly, I haven't even looked into Ethel yet. The thing is, like, I don't want to spend too much time going.
Like, what happened to Courtney Orchard? Wasn't it literally just, like, brought on for an interview about being molested as a kid, and then Poppy made some comment about the incest being hot? Wasn't that literally it? Victim? Really? Really? Was there anything else to the Courtney Orchard stuff? She sent her incest porn drawings too, I think. Yeah, I just so don't care. Okay.
Going over this one community because I don't want it to look like I'm going after, like, you know, exclusively trans women. It would be nice if we could find, like, a nice cis male to go after for a little bit, so I don't look like I'm fucking going after trans women. Like, that would be nice.
Are you laughing? That's like, yeah. What? Do people actually care about some incest furry porn shit? Rita posted that in fucking spicy chat. Who gives a fuck? No one's getting fucking traumatized over that.
Oh, you know what? Let's review the rest of President Sunday's stream where he's shitting on.
It's so people. Dumb.
That would be great. Oh, I think somebody wants to call in. And then, so what's going to happen, guys, is I'm going to do a call. I'm going to call somebody who wants to call in and talk about stuff, and then we're going to watch the rest of that President Sunday stream that we didn't get to watch because he privated it. Yeah, he did repost the VOD. Yeah.
Let's go. Stardust President Sunday reaction. That's
the idea that people can't conversate with people with opposing views, morals, etc. is insane. It's trying to understand and educate yourself and vice versa. Hatred never made someone change their view. Well, look, again, I'm not saying that any of these people are, like, good people, okay? And one of the things I will admit is that when I did my interview with Spencer, is that I did have to remind my chat, like, guys, this guy has not changed. He still has all the same views. So don't get me wrong, he's very, you know, he knows how to talk, but yeah. Yeah. So, no,
I didn't hear what she did. She said she wanted to find someone new to go after. I mean, oh fuck, that's taking me way too far back.
Trying to claim that I'm clout sharking off of this and then bragging about how much money he made, you know, by the end of the day. So, guess what? Xylee's gonna have to look at Poppy's anyways, because Essence of Thought is connected with them. And also attacking one of their victims. Really? Who's Essence of Thought attacking?
Such a retard.
Steering Sunday stream where he's shitting on. So, who is Ethel? EOT's going after Courtney. Why? Oh, because Courtney made a video on EOT. Of course, that's why. Yeah. Ethel's releasing a dunk video on Courtney. Honestly, I haven't even looked into Ethel yet. The thing is, like, I don't want to spend too much time going over this one community because I don't want to look like I'm going after, like, you know, exclusively trans women. It would be nice if we could find, like, a nice cis male to go after for a little bit, so I don't look like I'm fucking going after trans women.
Epic, Stardust. We can talk. We can talk. I'm trying to pick a fight with her. I've been trying to pick a fight with Stardust for the last 18 months. I'm not sure if you've been here. Okay, I'm not sure if you've been watching the content. Okay, but I've been trying to pick a fight with her for the last year and a half. We've been on that, actually, as a matter of fact. She doesn't want to fight.
That would be nice. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's review the rest of the President Sunday stream where he's shitting on people. That would be great. Oh, I think somebody wants to call in. And then, so what's going to happen, guys, is I'm going to do a call. I'm going to call somebody who wants to call in and talk about stuff. And then we're going to watch the rest of that President Sunday stream that we didn't get to watch because he privated it.
There's this thing. It's called Operation Hog Rider. Not sure if you're familiar with it, guys.
The idea that people can't conversate with people with opposing views, morals, etc. is insane. It's
trying to
educate yourself and vice versa. Hatred never made someone change their view. Well, look, again, I'm not saying that any of these people are like good people, okay? And one of the things I will admit is that when I did my interview with Spencer is that I did have to remind my chat, like, guys, this guy has not changed. He still has all the same views. So don't get me wrong. He's very, he knows how to talk.
What? That is not what happened. Your chat had to remind you of that. What the fuck is that reframing? But that is not what happened. Your chat reminded you that he hadn't changed. Where is this?
Question cues in.
No. This
I think
one.
we're witnessing something. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it again.
Racialism is pure and good luck with your next talk.
Oh, thank you.
I never thought that I would hear Richard Spencer say that racialism is pure negativity. That is completely new. Richard Spencer, racialism is pure negativity. We must yeah, interesting. And then for him to agree with me on some of the stuff about like white culture also was really interesting. And he's talking about transcending that racialism stuff and yeah. So very, very interesting.
Is this reminding your chat that he hasn't changed? Is this what that?
When did he change? I don't know. I don't know if he changed, but I think his spiritualism is really.
I don't know if he changed.
But
his spiritualism,
something that's been giving him a lot of meaning in his life.
Has been giving him much more meaning.
In the same sentence, he said he's a race realist. So, yeah, well, he thinks that there's like some
and then she's making excuses for the race realism.
But he thinks that to focus on racialism is negative. You know? Yeah, maybe just the way he talks about it has changed for sure. But it was interesting.
So here you go. She says, yeah. Maybe just the way he's talked about it has changed, which implies that what she was saying before was leaning towards the idea that he had changed in some way. So that's not at all what happened, is it, Stardust? You were musing on the changes in what he was saying, and your chat had to remind you, Stardust, he's still a white nationalist. Stardust, he still thinks Jay's Satan incarnate. Stardust, hello. Mumbai Mandy, wake up. Hello.
To talk to him about Fuentes and Milo, because I know that he didn't have like the best relationship with either one of those characters. And to be fair, Milo has a reputation in those circles for being a snake, for pulling the rug from under people.
Oh, yeah, it's Milo that's
I know
the
that
snake.
When Richard was initially
okay, well, wait, let's say that.
Kind of doing his leading of the alt-right and all that. Milo came in kind of from the side and started siphoning off a lot of that, that support, right? And he kind of like took on some of that alt-right and kind of
Richard Spencer would have turned the alt-right into a beautiful thing if it weren't for that Milo Yiannopoulos, man.
Adopted it for his own. And I don't know how Richard felt about that. I don't think he particularly liked that. I'm pretty sure Milo leaked the Richard Spencer tapes, if I recall correctly, where he said all that racist stuff. Interesting. Yeah, no, I know that they don't have a very friendly.
I win, they lose. That's how the world fucking works. Okay.
Oh, but yeah. Yeah. So, thank you, White Nervosa, for being in the chat. I really appreciate it, and I also appreciate you taking a stand against Poppy. I think that's super important. So, and I appreciate everybody for the support.
Thank you for dropping the website, White Nervosa. Thank you for your service, White Nervosa.
Yeah, Malcolm also has done really great with this, I think. Oh, okay. Let me. I think Brianna wants to call, so let me talk to Brianna.
Ignore the fact that Stardust was probably, screaming from the fucking rooftops about how horrible it was for White Forest to cut off Roserist or whoever without warning or without reason, without good explanation. Never mind that, because this person's done something that Stardust thinks is bad now. So now all tactics are justified, and there's no due process that you think should be followed if you're dropping someone's website. It's all just, oh, well, here it is. Here's the accusations. Here's some kind of supporting evidence of some of it. I guess they should lose all their income. I mean, like, I'm not making a statement on whether the accusations are founded or not. It's just funny seeing how there's no, like, hesitation. They don't take a moment to think, okay, what procedure would I actually want a conglomerate of websites to follow before booting someone off? They don't take a minute to think that through. It's just like, okay, well, Roserist, I don't think did anything wrong, and he lost his website, so that's bad. Poppy and Xena, I think they did something wrong, and they lost their website, so that's good. There's no, like, more founding sort of, like, principle of, like, okay, this is how you should approach a situation. This is the process you should go through. This is how you should decide whether someone loses their website or not. They don't think about that part at all.
She here? Hello? I saw her in the call. Brianna, if you want to jump into the call again, I saw you. I'm sorry I missed you.
Yeah, Bree, jump in the call. White Nervosa threatened Xanderhall with getting booted because he was going to leak Cherry DM's re-Keffels only a few months ago as well. That's true. That is very true. They constantly apply pressure and use the whole website conglomerate thing to stop things from leaking or make people sort of like stay in line. That's like a common thing. It's a common thing that has happened on numerous occasions. And they usually have an issue with it. These DGG types, like Stardust here, Brown S, someone said in chat earlier, usually have an issue with it. They usually want to take a step back, think, okay, was this worth shutting someone's website down over? But no, in this situation, it's just, oh, well, we're really angry at them. We think they've done a bad thing based on these documents, so it's over. Especially given that the reason White Nervosa gave Poppy and Xena, I believe it was for breaking the law, no? It was for illegal activity, wasn't it? But they've not been convicted of a crime. Right? Someone confirm that. I'm pretty sure that was the reason given, wasn't it?
Wait, Forrest does have members who vote, so it wasn't just me. I do appreciate that, yeah. Testicle Johnson. I want you to interview him again. Testicle Johnson's gonna get me into so much trouble. I'm okay. I think we're good. I think we gotta lay down. I think we gotta lay low for a bit. So.
Why are you sending me this? Why is someone sending me this? What's this about? Why are you sending this? Wait, my camera's in the way. There we go. Dude.
Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys like that. We're just waiting for a call. That's all. We're waiting for a call, and then we're gonna watch the rest of the President Sunday stream. So
It's a ghoul.
let me call her. Actually, I'll call her privately.
Calling Bree.
Hello?
Hey, just 1 second. I'm sending
I got Bree on
No
speed
problem.
dial.
Can you
Let's
hear me?
go.
I can hear you. Chat, can you hear?
Can you hear
Donna?
Bree?
Give me a second.
Can you hear Bree?
Discord capture. Oh, whoop. Wrong one.
I was going to jump over to your server. I can do that if you need me to.
No, I think this is good. Just 1 second.
Ta-da!
Hello, how's it going?
I am so psyched. That is the President Sunday SmackDown I have been fantasizing about for like literally 6 months. So thank you so much.
Poggers, President Sunday SmackDown. Stardust, you totally owned him by saying, people seeking defamation cases should talk publicly in extensive documents. Okay.
That was so good. Oh my god.
I'm glad you liked it. I don't know if it was a SmackDown. I did get kind of like caught up on. I can't help it sometimes. Like I couldn't help like comparing him to Napoleon Dynamite, but you know.
That was my favorite line. I was cackling in my car. So no, this is the thing about Sunday is it's not an honest debate. You can bring legitimate points up with him, and he will just shift it around and bullshit about it. So you had the
legitimate points like, I'm not a clout chaser because my views are lower than yours.
The facts, you're a Mack truck, you didn't get shaken by him. It was so good, and you were serving him so much attitude.
Oh yeah, Stardust a Mack truck. Totally serving him attitude. Yeah, Stardust, you're like a Mack truck. You're such a girl boss, Stardust. You were serving him some serious attitude. God, I'm having an episode.
I absolutely loved it. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you weren't that. I mean, do you realize that was really good? I mean, how do you feel about it?
I wasn't sure, honestly. I was expecting him to go much harder or be much more. In the past, when I've debated him, he will kind of like act like he's intellectually superior, and I guess he still did during this. But I was expecting him to be way more serious, and I think he just kind of.
Oh yeah, so here it is. This is the White Nervosa tweet. After issues brought to our attention, White Forest dropped a creator due to a violation of our standard operating procedure. For those who still seem to be confused about how White Forest members vote, I recommend our About Us page. Clients are not members by virtue of simply being clients. And then they highlight, break United States federal law, break your local state law, for reasons that you may be terminated. Despite neither of them being convicted of crimes, White Forest made this judgment. This is their reason for dropping them, and Stardust thinks that's epic. Stardust thinks that's epic and based to say someone committed a crime without them being convicted. Cool.
Memed for half of this. So
well, I think it's hard to come across as like an intellectual heavyweight when you appear to be highly drunk, right? So you know, maybe Destiny wasn't drinking before the Norman Finkelstein thing, so maybe don't be an alcoholic. That's a good debate tip, I think.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't know he was drinking before the Norman Finkelstein stuff. That's
no, I'm joking. I'm saying he wasn't.
Okay.
Like Destiny would never do that. That's a poor like strategy to win a debate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Was he really saying he was like really stressed because he had to go a week without drinking for a medical procedure? That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't want to hate on him if he really was in the hospital. Like, I know what it's like to, have emergencies and stuff like that, or have to have a medical procedure. But like, I do think it says something about him that he is so willing to call me a clout shark. But then when we actually look at the numbers, who's the person who has made the most views off of going after various creators, right?
It's so
again, she keeps repeating this point. This isn't an argument, you retarded bitch. I get less views than you, therefore I'm not a clout shark. Does not follow. That does not logically follow. You're so insufferably retarded. You've been debating no, it's not 6 years. Calm down. Like 3 or 4 years, you stupid bitch.
Shallow. And obviously, I love the part where you called him out. You're like, wait, you're talking about the ethics of Xena and Poppy drama, and meanwhile, you're like leaking Brianna's private DMs that like it just had no public stake whatsoever, and caught a bunch of people that aren't public figures in the crossfire. And it's just hypocrisy. He doesn't have a strong moral center. It's just whatever he feels rage at, which typically happens to be women in any moment, and he'll just go after. So that's his MO.
Yeah, I think so. It's I just don't know what to make of him. I really did want to like him when I first came across him. Like I thought he was like just some dork, really, and I thought like he's one of these dorks that I can like engage with and have like an ongoing bit where I'm just like this crazy person who pops in and like bothers him. But then after like being exposed to him more and seeing like
Brianna Wu is still crying about this fucking GC getting leaked when she absolutely does try to play fucking both sides progressive in public, and then was talking mad shit on non-binary people in the group chat. While it may not be some direct contradiction, something she said publicly, the fact is that she obviously plays a fucking game of being a total reptile in public, where she will just mold into the situation that she needs to try and be friends with whoever she's seeking clout and validation from at the time. So I've got absolutely no sympathy for your group chat getting leaked that shows you're like a total snake.
He really is inconsistent, and he really just, he might be into theory. He genuinely is into theory, but if he's willing to just go in on people and go after credentials and claim that people are like frauds, for very dubious reasons. Like I can't get behind that. I can't engage with somebody like that. And you know, he says that he didn't accuse Not So Erudite of embezzling money, but he absolutely did.
I mean, come on, yeah.
He the way that he does it is like he in one of his streams was saying like or not stream, it was a video. He said, I'm not saying that she took money from the Canadian government and used it for personal stuff, but I think it's pretty curious that she has new streaming equipment. And I'm like, you know what you're implying there. Like you can't claim that you didn't do that, you know? So yeah.
No, that's exactly right. It's a Texas two-step. He's trying to obscure the issue. He hides his positions. And look, I'm sorry, I have to say this, okay? I just celebrated last year 20 years of sobriety, which did not happen serendipitously. I've been really open about like that period of my life, getting sober over a poly addiction, okay? And when I was in rehab, you know, this was really hardcore, live at the hospital, $30,000 a month rehab. This was a really, really intense experience. And I was in there with all kinds of people, from, you know, a girl that was molested and got really addicted to benzodiazepines because of that.
I think she was on like painkillers or some shit, right? When she was at uni.
People that would, they were closeted and doing every drug they could find, right? And I have to say, like, what I see in Sunday is a lot of the inability to emotionally regulate that felt very familiar from that period of time to me. So, you know,
Now, I will say, I am still in this talking point from Food Slops, but I think it was Egghead actually in chat that said it. But Brianna Wu saying this, fuck, when she had this episode.
That was just a complete lie.
I made a
like, you're not trans.
Insurance to cover, but proving some like sort of quality of life boost from the treatment probably makes sense. But to be fair, if you want to pay for it yourself, I mean, that should just be freely available.
That's all. I want it. So like, if you
that's really interesting.
Like,
I just want to real quick, guys. Brianna just dropped in here for a couple of minutes, so she just wanted to talk for.
I wish I could have been on this panel tonight. I'm still recovering from COVID. Sorry.
Oh, you sound worse than I thought.
Yeah, I feel terrible. Oh my god.
Okay?
I am sleeping 11 hours a day. It's awful. I don't recommend getting this. So, look, I've listened to this whole panel, and look, Akana Boy, I've never really interacted with you before, but I have to say, this has been really, really hard to sit here and listen to you talk for an hour and a half, because you've got, genuinely, like, you're not trans, you don't have dysphoria, so you're, like, mansplaining and you're transplaining to Jenny.
Are you serious?
And it is
this like a genuine statement you're making?
How did you shut the fuck up?
I cannot believe that you're coming
Whoa. What the hell?
okay, I didn't expect this.
Blows my mind.
I'm gonna finish saying I'm gonna
Yeah, go for it.
I didn't anticipate that one. What is wrong with her? Is she like on something?
So it is so fucking smarmy. Jenny is talking about some serious stuff here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's coming in to defend Jenny Matrix. She's actually going out of her way to still do run interference for these people. It's absolutely insane.
This is not just you derailing it into stupid bullshit about words you're using. We're ultimately talking about public policy here. Jenny is ultimately talking about how she has less of a voice in public policy, and that makes it difficult. And how
she has less of a voice in public policy because people without dysphoria
Sunday, finish your fucking food before you start talking.
Exist, and sometimes, or people without diagnosable dysphoria even. Like, that's like a hard and defined thing. Exist and also want gender affirming treatment. Like, that's literally what this amounts to. Wu's crazy. She's actually just nuts. Like, her and Keffels both lost, I think, 1,000 followers because of this. This caused problems. I told you, like, this is where her chips are. This is actually where her loyalties lie, okay? If it becomes, she wasn't in that group chat, with a bunch of trans medicalist nutjobs. Not just trans medicalists, also stalkers and harassers, just absolutely insane people. Because she's a political strategist. She was in there because those are the people she gets along with. Those are the people she likes. That's whose side she's actually on.
Harder to get consensus because she feels like she has less of a say in her own movement as compared to before. And you're saying here, you're talking about the group chat. You don't know shit about the group chat.
I didn't bring that.
Keffels, you said if she repeats what she did in the group chat, you'd cut her off. Here we are, days later.
Shut the fuck up! Oh, God. Okay,
I didn't bring up the
shut and let me finish one thing. You're talking about the group chat with a bunch of stupid bullshit. You're talking to her about the trans community. You're literally Googling groups online. Do you really think, compared to Jenny, you've done more research than her, pulling it out of your ass here on stream?
So,
you're
Brianna,
sitting here explaining a whole bunch of stuff.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to finish my point, and then you can respond like an adult.
Oh, this is actually difficult to listen to. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with her? Is she insane?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want
yes.
I'm not the one screaming.
Can you mute him?
Yeah, Stardust, mute me. I'm the one acting deranged.
I'm so sorry. Can we please, everybody be quiet? I don't want to mute anybody, okay? Okay, I don't want to mute anybody.
No, please mute me, Stardust.
Okay, I will mute you. Fine, okay.
You're acting like an asshole talking over me. So it has really been difficult to listen to you talk over Jenny and everyone else tonight. And I want to know they have been polite enough to not push back on you, but you've more than deserved it. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
This person is a fucking liability. Like she's actually going to just torpedo all of Progressive Victory's efforts. I mean,
what a
not that they're
lunatic.
pretty close to being torpedoed anyways. What a nutball.
What a lunatic. I agree, Sunday. So, yeah, Brianna Wu is sitting there saying, oh, you know, I think Sunday's behavior is characteristic of someone with substance abuse issues, because he's having spurg outs and going wild at people on panels and shit. It's like, okay, Brianna. Okay, Brianna. Whatever you say, Brianna.
I have to think that some of this stuff is just related.
Like
it
say
seems
Bree
like
Bree.
he can't make friends in this space. It seems like he burns bridges. It seems like he is unable to remember the things that he's accusing people of. It's just some really, really unhealthy behavior that feels very familiar to me from that part of my life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I don't want to accuse him of like having a drinking problem, but you know, I think the fact that every time I've seen him in a debate, he's been drinking doesn't really bode well for me. I feel like if I'm about to go into a debate,
no accusations needed
using substances, but maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Well, one of the things is when you drink too much, you slur your words.
Is it a drinking problem or a drinking solution?
I fail out today is there was permanent damage to my speech centers, and I have trouble pronouncing S's sometimes. If I really concentrate on it, I can do it. But
yeah, is that
even
the
now,
excuse?
like, I literally have not had a drink in 20 years. There's still damage from that. So,
yeah,
like I said, there's stuff that feels familiar.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Zenny Poppy stuff? Because I think you've covered this from what I've seen. Really,
Zenny
it's
Poppy
clear to
stuff.
me you've done your homework, and that was the other
No,
thing.
she hasn't. No, she hasn't. She keeps citing this fucking chores list. Keep citing this chores list as though it proves anything, when it's just a detailed set of instructions for cleaning down a kitchen and vacuuming a floor.
It really felt like you were coming in there as someone who was hyper knowledgeable, and you know, someone that frankly had read nothing and is trying to read you like the riot act about ethics and who said what. And that was really embarrassing in my view.
Yeah. So I guess the thing for me is like I can't say that I have a huge therapeutic background. I have someone.
Also, now is a great time to remind you guys, please like the stream, subscribe to the channel, donate, buy a membership, gift membership, buy a super chat if you can. Thank you very much. Go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman. Is there anything else? No, I think that's all of it. Open your wallets, open your hearts, guys. Open your wallets, open your hearts.
Of like a medical background, but you know, I don't have a law background. I don't have like a therapeutic background. But what I can say is the things that I've seen in this, the way that Poppy and Xena have run their community, there are certain tactics that seem very cult-like to me, and then just the way that they treated their child. Some of the tactics I saw there were very cult-like. So, for example, writing daily logs about chores that you do, requiring paragraphs upon paragraphs on chores that they're doing or apartments that they're looking up. This is just unnecessary.
It wasn't paragraphs upon paragraphs about apartments. It was filling out a spreadsheet where you list, here's the address of the apartment, here's the cost, here's what the utilities are likely to cost in that area, here's the facilities available at the apartment or in the local vicinity. This is just good practice. This is just good practice. This teaches someone who is moving out for their first time. Thank you, Frida Freddy, for the 99 cents super sticker there. Thank you. This is good practice. This is good practice for teaching people the sort of things they're looking at when they're searching for an apartment. If there's a 24-year-old who hasn't moved out and is showing signs of immaturity and inability to find somewhere to live, that's a good thing to get them to do. Also, this constant thing of writing paragraphs and paragraphs about chores. The point is that they had been consistently failing to do them. You can see that from the chores list. You can see the reason why it's so detailed, and they don't even contest this. The reason why it's so detailed is because Spawn was continually failing to complete basic parts of the chores. This isn't a statement on, conclusive statement on whether Spawn was abused. It could be there was abuse. It certainly doesn't discredit any allegations from Snowflake, but it's just undeniable that the evidence shown in that document does not substantiate the claims that Stardust tries to make about them. That chores list, I am so stuck on the chores list because it's so insane that Stardust will cite it again and again. It's like, I've repeated this so many times, but it's literally like vacuum the floors, and then it's like broken down into pick up objects off the floor, vacuum underneath objects, place objects, but it's such a long list. It's such a long list. It's like, it's been broken down into steps because this person refuses to do things. If you've got a I don't know if you've ever been like around someone who just want to fucking clean, but if you're gonna pushing stuff underneath objects, refusing to vacuum underneath objects. This is pretty common. It's pretty common. The list of programming a retard. Malicious. Yeah, kinda, yeah. Okay. Stardust is absolutely aware that I have challenged her to talk about this, okay? Stardust is absolutely aware. I know for a fact. Possibly from multiple sources. Oh man. Okay, let's get back into this one.
Information, and it's just a task to fill time, and that's what a lot of like, for example, troubled youth centers will do to kids that the places that take kids in the middle of the night. They're known for like being pretty abusive. One of their tactics that they do to take up time so people don't have time to even think is to require people to write logs on each other. And so yeah, even that was like a huge red flag to me. It could be the case that, like, you know, that they're more normal than they seem, but I don't know if this is the stuff that has been outed publicly and we don't even know what the private stuff is. It doesn't bode well to me. And so I don't know, it really upsets me. And while, yes, I'm not going to deny that it is, you know, it's content for me in some aspect, I can't...
in some aspects. Listen to how she couches it.
You know, in one aspect, I could be doing what other content creators have done where they laugh at everybody involved, right? I can't do that because, you know, I might be able to laugh at, like...
That's literally less profitable. That's literally less profitable. I've had so much pressure from my chat at various points in covering Xena and Poppy to take a harder stance against Xena and Poppy. And to stop criticizing Spawn so much, especially early on. It's literally you piss more people off by not just going against Xena and Poppy fully, because literally both sides, all the right wingers fucking hate them because they're a couple of trans fucking freaks, right? And all the trans people hate them because now they're like abusers or whatever. Gay flesh is turned on them, so everyone hates them. So that you piss more people off by laughing at everyone. This isn't an argument. This isn't an argument. And she's just referring to me and Chud, really, here, I think. Because I can't think of anyone else who's covered it like that. Malcolm's fully against Xena and Poppy. All the commentary spurgs that have covered it are fully against Xena and Poppy. So I don't know who else she's referring to.
Poppy for being ridiculous, but I cannot laugh at people who are victims in this. And it's just really sad to me. And, you know, even a 20-year-old or 23-year-old who, you know, is living at home, this person is physically disabled. At 23, you still want guidance from your parents, you know?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course you...
And so they might be an adult, but like they're still looking for that. And to me, it seems like they're not receiving any affection, any guidance from their parents. And if anything, they're just getting scorned. So, yeah.
I mean, I am very careful.
This is the problem with having a woman in her 30s who cannot support herself talk about how a 24-year-old should act. This is creating issues. This is creating issues. This is creating serious problems. A 24-year-old still going through their parents? Yeah, sure. Yeah, they still probably will maintain a good relationship with their parents. But that doesn't mean the parents have to fucking coddle them and tell them they're not fucking up when they obviously are. Or not try and get their fucking life on track. What the fuck? What sort of logic is this? Stardust, I understand that you felt a lot of pressure to become a doctor at that age, but you know, there does need to be a baseline. There does need to be a baseline level of pressure applied to get you out of the fucking house and into a job. There needs to be some tough love, not just coddling. Yeah.
Well, like, how can I say this? There are members of my family that I have that are going through things, and I make really, really, really sure to not mention them in my public role because I know the kinds of people that will go after them, right? Or my husband, right? Anyone that reads my Twitter knows how much I love Frank. You met Frank, he's a great guy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm very careful about how much I like bring him into the streaming world because I would not want him to be hurt I imagine if you're healthy, all those impulses with your child could be turned up to 11.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to sit here and pass judgment because I think it's difficult being a parent. But there's certainly stuff there that I would not have handled the way that they've done, and some boundary lines that have been crossed that just seem. It seems like you should not be presenting yourself as a mental health professional while doing some of this other stuff. It just, it's really upsetting, I think.
Yeah. I do have to say, I think White Nervosa is leaving the chat. Thank you so much for being in the stream. I really appreciate the support. And I do appreciate all of you guys here who might not be of the same like political alignment of me, but at the end of the day, like victims are victims. People abusing their credentials are abusing their credentials, and like that is something that across political lines should be something we all find wrong, you know. So yeah, it does. Yeah. So
I just want to give a shout out to White Nervosa. I think she's got a lot of integrity in looking at this situation and making a judgment call. I think that speaks really well to her. And you know, I know.
No, all of her friends had already turned on. They'd all already turned on these people. What? There was every incentive for White Nervosa to just cut them loose. Gayfesh was going after them. Demon Mama disconnected long ago. I don't think Vosh was ever really associated. No one was. There was no pressure. There was no integrity that needed to be showed here. It was a very easy move for White Nervosa to cut these people off.
A lot of people in this space. White Nervosa is one of the very best people that I've met in this space. Never has a bad word to say about anyone. Steers clear of drama, but has a really strong moral center, and that's something I really respect about her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, who are we talking about? Sorry, who are we talking about? So, cut Rosewrist's website off for editing the Keffels Manifesto, helping Destiny edit the Keffels Manifesto. So, really strong moral center there. That's great. Steers clear of drama. Obviously, there's that one. Didn't White Nervosa take part in the shit trying to deplatform Chud? Was that not a thing? Where they were going after DK's thumbnails and shit? Was that not? Did that not happen? And then DK put up a big tweet telling White Nervosa to find God. I thought that happened, didn't it? Am I crazy? That was a thing. Someone confirm to me. Why is no one confirming this to me? Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Someone remembers. Thank you. Oh yeah, trying to get involved and shut down Xander leak and stuff about Keffels. Yep. White Nervosa has gotten involved in so many dramas, often not on the moral side of it, right? If you want to sit here and talk about having a moral center, it's a bit gay, really. But if you looked at almost every time White Nervosa gets involved, it's for self-interest or protecting her friends. It's not for doing the right thing.
Yeah, I don't know her very well, but yeah, it seems like she does, definitely. So.
Yeah. I hope you could. I know you're probably tired. Like I was emotionally exhausted just watching it, so I can only imagine how you feel. But I hope for all the people that have been on the receiving end of Sunday's personality disorder, I hope you really hear we appreciated you going on after him like you did. It was very cathartic for me. So thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Didn't she threaten Vosh for having got trans internet people? I thought she had to go at Vosh for some religion thing. I thought when Vosh was going anti-theist, she spoke the fuck out.
But yeah, I mean, I think other people want to call in. I'm trying not to turn this into like a blood sports for everybody thing, but I'm happy to like talk to people. Like Malcolm has done really great coverage of this, so I definitely want to talk to Malcolm. Yeah. I think Malcolm wants to like yell at you, so I don't know if you want to do that right now.
Oh God, again.
Yeah, but you know what? I think for now,
I think the subject should be Stardust tonight.
Yeah,
Malcolm, if you want to yell at me, jump on your stream sometime.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think right now, like, we just had this huge debate. I don't want to exhaust people more. So
I don't want to turn it away from anything that's not the subject at hand. So sorry, not love you though. You're a good person. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah. So, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about, or?
I'm good to go. Just thank you so much for doing that, Stardust.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. I know that there were probably more like criticisms, more specific criticisms I could have given to him regarding like his treatment of you. I guess I'm just not like super brushed up on that, so I'm sorry I didn't get to go into specifics on that either. But I do appreciate you calling in and being supportive and all that.
Well, my issue with what he did about me is what's the public stake, right? You know, I mean, there was all this blowback.
I could have defended Brianna better.
I wish I could have brought up collateral damage.
I wish I could have just brought up some points to defend Brianna out of nowhere. I wish I could have done that. God, she's such a fucking loser suck up, isn't she? Such a parasite. It's crazy. I cannot stand Stardust. She's nothing without just like some bigger figure to latch onto and suck up to. It's fucking wretched. She's got no personality. She's totally devoid of any real beliefs. Just purely reptilian. Both these people are. It's fucking gross.
I know Sunday doesn't care about me and wanting to hurt me. That's fine. I'm a public figure. I'm used to that stuff. He really ended up damaging, in particular, one woman who I love dearly, like a sister, in a really, really fundamental way. He really made her spiral. And she's just collateral damage, right? So it's what I couldn't get past watching this tonight was, he's sitting there daring to lecture you. And you look at what he's done to Kyla and what he's done to me and what he's done going after people's credentials. When he was doing that to Kyla, the day it happened, I was having lunch uptown with a really good friend of mine who has she has a master's degree. And she was telling me, she's like, Bree, I would rather someone try to kill me than go after my education because like if that reputation is damaged, I can't get that back, right? That's really out of bounds to do for essentially drama coverage. So and
you've dedicated years of your life to getting those degrees. You've doing that education.
Unlike your life, which you can get back after being killed.
Doing the work to complete that education. I can't imagine
sense,
already.
yeah.
I know
I follow the logic there.
people try to dumb you down and try to make
Sunday almost killed her.
Idiot, right? I mean, like that's what people try to do to me at least. And so I can only imagine how invalidating that feels, having spent and dedicated years of your life to something, to have somebody who knows nothing about it, who knows nothing about what you've gone through, try to pick it apart. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, but with what he did to me, it was. Ultimately what happened is I used some language with friends privately, and maybe I should or should not have used that language, but it got blown up beyond any kind of proportion at hand.
See, why not? Why are you doing this bullshit of maybe I should or should not use that language? This is the whole fucking problem. Is it a wretched snake? I say the N-word in private. Hard R. I say the F-slur in private. 6 letters. I'll say that openly. I can sit here and own everything I do. You have to pretend. You have to sit there and pretend like you're someone you're not constantly to try and court an audience that wouldn't like you if they knew who you were. And then she wonders why people think that she's a wretched, dishonest, reptilian snake. Demonic. I don't understand how these people go through these conversations speaking in this way where it's like, it's so obvious they're not saying what they mean. Maybe I should use it, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, well, should you or shouldn't you? Give us a fucking answer. Was that wrong to do, or was it fine? Give us a fucking answer. Was that wrong to do, or was it fine? Do you still do that? Could there be more DMs leaked of you still talking that way? Could that be the case? Why would you not just take a stance on it? Because you're a wretched, dishonest snake, obviously.
And the abuse that happened because of that, not just to me, but to my friends, it was just like, this is not fighting on the side of good. Just call it what it is. It's hurting your enemies. I embarrassed him in a debate with Destiny. He decided I was an enemy and tried to hurt me. Like, that's all this is. It's not some grand moral thing. He's doing it to so many other people. There's really something deeply wrong with this person. Yeah. And, I think that communities need a mechanism to clean house. Like, I think you can't have people this toxic in a space because he is hurting people in ways that go beyond the drama coverage that we all sign up for.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just glad that I don't put like any of my education out there because I feel like, I know that there's a lot of people in the space who don't put their education out there for the very reason that they know that it's going to be picked apart by people like Sunday.
Right.
And, it's a shame because we should be valuing people who have put that work in to really dedicate themselves to a subject, but instead they feel like they have to like hide it, and then we can't get more nuanced thoughts and critiques of certain things pertaining to the subjects that they've dedicated all that time to. So I definitely think that there's a problem there. And
I think you've really hit on something here, if I could say, because for me, I've never tried to hide who I am in this space, right? Like I don't have another like handle, like my path to doing this has been very different. And I feel like this culture in the long run, it closes y'all off from other opportunities that you can have down the line, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it just, I don't know how to say this. It lessens the credibility of what you do if it's not your name, it's Stardust or some alias rat, right?
Mhm.
Even with Destiny, it's so silly seeing him on Fox News and it's like Destiny, right?
Yeah.
So I think this need that people have for pseudonymous identities to keep themselves safe, I think in some ways it's like shortchanging the career paths that you can have on down the line, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. One thing I'm afraid of like having is like any like LinkedIn site or anything like that. So yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I could use aliases.
Is that what she tells her parents, do you reckon? I'm just afraid of having a LinkedIn. That's why I haven't got a job.
Is like all over everything, but you can't do that on LinkedIn. So, you know.
I don't
Yeah.
get this need.
Yeah.
I like being myself. It feels really weird to hide behind a mask. Like it was always so weird to me when people accused me of like sending myself death threats or faking Gamergate harassment because it's like I don't use alts. I just I don't. It feels weird to me. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Except you did use alts. You did use alts, didn't you? You did use alts during Gamergate because you had at least one that was a parody account that you used to goad Gamergaters.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So that's
I don't
just
know.
a lie.
I think people.
That's just a lie, isn't it, Wade?
I think people are coming around to the fact that there was definitely harassment going on.
Yeah.
Like I know it's been 10 years. Probably people should have come around a lot sooner, but but I think people have realized that it came from like very specific actors within the Gamergate
Bro Lols
kind
wants
of
to chat.
game.
Bro
So,
Lols
yeah,
wants to chat.
I'm not going to name any names, but like, definitely there's very
Lols?
specific people that like now we know for sure. Not all of them, right? Like obviously like there's a decent there's reasonable criticisms from the Gamergate side, right? From the Pro GG side, but there were just very specific figures within that group, just individuals, right? Who don't make up the rest of them, who did direct some harassment. And so yeah, I think people underestimate that, how much.
Well, you've got people like Dev, who's my friend and your friend. Like just
anyway, as someone from as you know, a trans person from the South who is a recovering addict, directionally, I think the Gamergate harassment fucking kill me. Sports cars, sports bikes, whatever the fuck. I don't know. It's just insufferable. It's so insufferable. Listen to Brianna Wu talk about the same shit every fucking time, like a broken record. She's so uninteresting. She's so uninteresting. It's so funny watching these parasites like Stardust have to pretend like she's got anything to fucking say when she comes on her shows. I saw some of this live. Stardust hemorrhaged 100 viewers in the course of Brianna Wu being on here. That was a third of her view count. She was at 300 when Brianna Wu came on, and was at about 180, I think, when I left the stream. And yet they have to sit there and pretend like they want to talk to her because she's got money. Isn't that just fucking sad? Isn't that just sad?
So, I mean, here's the question. I mean, this is what I really think about a lot in this space, is I think we agree.
Hey, Brianna, I can't wait to have the same conversation with you for the 5th time this week. Oh, Brianna, I'd love to have you on, Brianna. What's that about Gamergate harassment? What's that about the lessons we can learn from Gamergate, Brianna? What's that about the South? What's that about growing up in Mississippi?
Probably, like, Discord stepping in or YouTube stepping in and, like, parting ways with the creator. I think this gets used way too often. Like, look at what's happening with Dylan Burns. Obviously, super problematic. But at the same time, it's not like the community has a really good mechanism to, like, get rid of bad actors, right? Like someone who, like Sunday, who I think is a bad actor. I mean, you can go on there and confront him, and that's good. And you can make the audience realize he's a liar and is not on intellectually sound ground, and you did that. But I mean, how does a community like the streaming community like?
I'm like Brianna Wu tried to kill the Eagle Nation.
The content.
Yeah,
so
I mean, personally,
up,
like I'm somebody who's not pro deplatforming, but I do think I do.
Sabotaged his Prius. She sabotaged Jay Striker's Prius. This cannot be overlooked.
I think that like making somebody into a joke, I think, is probably the best way to do something. And I'm not really sure how we would, like, I'm not really sure how to do that yet, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. But yeah, it's hard because we should be able to police the community, but yeah, I
think systems need feedback mechanisms for when things are going off the rails. And, you know, I think that's really hard when like the train wreck is what people most want to see, which is streaming. So anyway, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get some sleep, but
thank you so much
really
for jumping on.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking. Yeah, thank you so much.
Bree.
I always appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Bree. Thanks for coming on,
Bree. Just one last
Bree.
thing. I love you. You're at your best when you're in war dust mode and you're
saying the same shit you say every other time you appear on the stream. Thank you, Bree.
going off. That's what I like to see. So more of that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye. Okay, let me see who else wanted to call in. I think both Origin and Malcolm are in.
Oh, let's get Origin and Malcolm. Oh yeah, let's go. She's at 180 viewers now, by the way.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool start.
Hello?
Hey.
Shut up, Mongoose. Oh my god, who the fuck is that?
It's Origin.
I'm just gonna mute Origin. I don't like Origin. I'm just kidding.
Oh
okay, I'm
God.
buddy. I'm just kidding.
You can mute me.
Your words mean
I don't
nothing
care.
anyway, so we're not king.
Homo.
Neither do yours, so we're good, buddy.
Major
Oh my god,
homo.
I'm so glad that we're on the same playing field. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Stardust, I love that you decided to take the high road, but also hated it because, like, you could have just roasted the absolute fuck out of him. Like, what he kept saying something about your weight, and it's like, dude, you look like if the Hamburglar had an alcohol
How did she
addiction.
take the high road? She sat there and concern trolled and dishonestly reframed the conversation repeatedly. Sunday would say, "It's unwise to release things publicly if you're planning on pursuing a defamation case." And then Stars turns around and goes, "You're saying victims don't have a right to speak? You're saying victims should just shut up? You're really saying that? You're really saying that?" Like a screeching fucking harpy the whole time. How's that taking the high road? She barely engaged the entire time.
And you're over here, like, fucking commenting on people's appearances and weight and shit. It just triggered the fuck out of me, dude.
I mean, he complimented me. I won't deny. He was complimenting my weight. He was saying I look like a lost weight. So I mean, like, there's nothing to be upset
But
about.
then he said you look like a whale.
Did he really? I missed that part. I guess I'm just so like desensitized.
He didn't say that.
Oh man, I was cracking up. I was like, why don't you?
Who did he say that about? He said that about Shark. He was talking about going after Shark, and he said he was like a whale. Shark Zero, whatever his name is, the leftist guy. But that's because his name is Shark, not because he looks like a whale. So Malcolm has just misread. Malcolm heard the word whale. Yeah, he did. Oh wait, or Bog, are you talking to Malcolm? Are you talking about Malcolm? Yeah, so Malcolm just heard the word whale. I'm getting defensive because Bog's saying no, he didn't retard. You guys need to, guys, listen. Chat messages need a more context in them. What he says, yeah, his favorite book is Moby Dick, and he was saying that in reference to Shark. Because he was saying that, and he said, "You're close to a whale." That is what happened. I want a hair trigger. At Malcolm. Yeah, okay. You need more context in your messages, guys, okay? I don't know what the fuck you're saying. If you just sit there and say, "No, he didn't retard," I think you're calling me a retard and saying that what I'm saying, it didn't happen. Obviously, that's what I'm going to think. Because I'm reading it as if you're talking to me. So you've got to put in the message. You've got to say, this Malcolm guy's a fucking retard. He didn't say that. Okay? That's how that message should be written. All right. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Malcolm just heard a joke about whales in the middle of this conversation and assumed that it was about Stardust because Malcolm sees her as a fat whale. That's how he sees her. He's portraying his own opinion of her right now.
Get him. Why don't you get him, Stardust?
I completely missed it. Like you have no idea. Like, I have been in in-person debates, and like Jackson Hinkle called me whale dust at an in-person debate. Like in the middle. At this point, like I have argued with enough like Nazis who like literally call me names like all the time, or like just say that I'm fat and brown as an insult. Like it doesn't even faze me anymore. I feel like I don't even hear it at this point. So yeah.
Oh my god, dude, that just cracked me up. I just wanted to throw in like quickly something that like he kept going on and on about was the if there had been any formal complaints filed, like that's the whole reason that she lost her job was that people did make formal complaints to like her employer and the board as well. And it was just annoying that you were like, yeah, people have made complaints, and then he would forget about it and then ask you again.
Or ask for screenshots. Like I'm going around asking for people to screenshot their formal complaints. Like
well, and I think that's in one of the documents, if I remember correctly, that it's mentioned that was, I don't know if there was like a screenshot of it per se, but also you can't say that, you know, we should be keeping a lot of this stuff private because we have to protect the interests of people that are like tangentially involved, and then also be like, but leak literally fucking everything to me personally because I'm the one that's asking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, excruciating watch, but
thank you for watching. It was excruciating to be in. I was a little bit tired. So
it was
sorry, I have to raise my volume apparently. I had no idea. Or maybe I'll just bring down everybody else. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, it was excruciating listen, but I enjoyed it greatly.
Yeah,
man, wow, it was just so fun. Like I think that the President Sunday get too drunk to debate tactic actually is the best one.
Yeah. I every time I've seen him debate somebody, he's been drunk. Like last time I saw him debate, it was with Supreme.
This is fucking horrendous.
During that debate was a shit show.
We
he was very
might
clearly losing that one, and I kept like going into his chat and egging him on and telling him that he was doing such a great job. He was crushing Wicked Supreme, and he thought I was being serious. It was the funniest thing in the world because he actually brought it up in the middle of the debate. He's like, "Wicked, even Stardust is in my chat saying that I'm crushing you, I'm absolutely destroying you," and Wicked Supreme was in on it, so he was like, "Stardust, that bitch!" And
holy fuck, I remember that. That's hilarious. Dude.
It was so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know. It's so weird because some days he is really willing to engage with me and some days he's not. I remember for a long time I was trying to get him to debate me, and my list of debate topics, I kid you not, was the Holocaust, all of it. Which is like debate me on all of the Holocaust, the entire thing. Robes, comfort or work, or something like that. I think one of them was like debate on, it was a TV show.
Yeah, none of that shit was funny. None of that was funny. You're so not funny, you stupid bitch. Holy fuck. Dude, she actually thinks her like bits are funny. It's crazy.
I think he has like a little bit more.
It's so insane.
Not like jerking off President Sunday. He has kind of more like an analytic mind for kind of his opinions on things. So I was like, I'm kind of interested to hear his takes on this, just kind of like what he thinks about it. And it was like, gets on stream, he's like, I'm not reading all of this. Anyway, what's everybody else saying about this? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me now? I was like, I was so looking forward to this.
It's weird because like if you watch like anybody who's into like religious stuff, I'm not really into religious stuff, but like I've heard other people who are like into.
So even there, Malcolm admitting that it wasn't really about helping the victims. It was because he was disappointed with how the content was going because he was expecting Sunday to go into it and shred it. And if I can shred Poppy and Xena. That's what Malcolm was expecting. And then didn't get that. So started spurking out. And now it's become President Sunday's a bad guy because he didn't take it seriously enough.
Looking at religious stuff. And they'll like watch President Sunday's like video essays on religion and stuff like that. And they say that he's really, really good at it.
Yeah, theology's like his wheelhouse, yeah.
Yeah, apparently he's very talented when it comes to talking about theology. But like, he just doesn't use that talent for anything else. So, yeah.
Well, I will let
you might just be
retarded.
Always,
thank you.
So sorry.
Yeah,
so slave you. All right, I'll catch you later, bud.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Origin.
Holy shit. Well, that was a ramble that never ended. Anyway, that's a dig at Mongoose. But anyway, I just have a question. Why did you do this? Like, why? You knew how this was going to end.
Why did you do this, Stardust? Why did you talk to President Sunday? What a fucking quit. Oh, man.
Honestly, Origin, I had him blocked until I saw the stream where he did his bullshit with this story, and I unblocked him because I was so pissed off at the way that he handled it. I had to tweet about it, and so then he challenged me to a debate, and then Xylee is my friend, and she asked if we wanted to come on her show, and he said yes, and I was like, you know what, if Xylee asked, I'll do it. So yeah, I figured. So.
Okay, well, first of all, in response to that, if you ever debate Sunday, like you need a mod who's actually going to mute his fucking ass every time he interrupts, because as you know in your intro where you said that this is what Sunday's going to do. I wonder who helped you with that, by the way.
You did help me with that. You did help me with that.
Exactly.
I give you credit, yeah. Yeah, Origin Origin helped me immensely, especially when it comes to calling out all of Sunday's specific tactics that he does when he tries to discredit an opponent. Origin is like a master on Sunday lore, basically.
So basically, if you ever debated him ever again, which also you shouldn't do that, you should just mute his. Have someone who's actually going to mute his fucking ass because he's never going to shut the fuck up. Yeah. He's never going to let you speak of complete thought. But one more thing, I have you asked earlier when Brianna Wu was on. It's like, well, I don't know how we can like keep people out. It's like there's a very simple answer. I mean, I think I've said it before. It's like if you want to get people like Sunday out of these communities, ban him, block him, never talk about him. Period. It's very simple. That's the simple way to do it. And if you,
well, too bad that's not happening because it's entertaining. So he's gonna keep getting brought on panels. Sucks to be you, Origin. You suck. You're lame. No one wants to talk to you.
You're an actual streamer who actually has a following and can actually influence your audience to do these sort of things. You can just say, hey, people, let's block this idiot. Let's ban him. Let's not ever talk about him again. And some will probably still do it. But that's how you can do it. People, if big streamers say that and they tell them to just keep these people avoid them, that's the simple answer. You don't have to go after them like their private lives because we're not unethical monsters like he is. You can do it simply by saying, hey, we're just going to ban him and we're not going to talk about him. It's very simple.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, hiding in public. What's up?
But that's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate you, Origin. I appreciate you.
I'll be honest, I didn't realize when I clicked this button it would actually let me come in.
I didn't realize either. Do you go by a different name on YouTube? I thought I feel like I know you, but I don't recognize the name for some reason.
I have two different channels. So I have an older channel that was mainly focused on anime, it's Hiding in Public. Oh. And then I have my smaller channel, which is more gaming and stuff related, which is Hiding in Private.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Well, welcome.
Thanks. I didn't realize that I thought it was going to tell you like, oh, I requested to join or something. I didn't think it would come in. I didn't mean to interrupt that last dude.
Nah, you're all good. You're all good.
So I just finished watching your guys' debate thing, and the only context I really had to knowing about President Sunday was like a few things he said on Twitter, and then his call in to Vosh over the Professor Flowers thing like 8 billion years ago. And so I was like, oh yeah, I wonder what this is all about. I just feel like for a lot of it, to me, it felt like he was talking out of both sides of his mouth. He would ask for one thing, and then whenever you agreed to that thing, then he would, see like, oh, that's not good enough. It felt like he was asking for.
Is this guy? No, this guy's not 13 subscribers. He's 226k subscribers. That his hiding in public channel. I was gonna say he said he had an anime channel that was older, and then a gaming channel that was smaller. So I figured he probably had a decent size channel, but he hasn't produced a video for it in 5 months. What lazy fucker. Does he do anything on his gaming channel though? Oh yeah, he does have a gaming channel.
For a perfect victim.
Yeah.
Because like, oh, what could they do? Oh, well, they should have done this. They should have done this. Okay, well, you claim that they're doing that. If he doesn't believe you, so what? But he can't keep coming back to that.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyways, this is awkward. I didn't actually mean to join, so I guess I'll pop out.
It's all good. I appreciate you joining. Thank you for giving your feedback. I agree with you. I think we saw a similar pattern when he was talking with victims. He was talking with Malaya. He was talking with Raincloud. Sunday would make one claim and then like 5 minutes later say that he didn't have a problem with that. Like he'd have a problem with something, and then 5 minutes later, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with this, and it's like, but you just said you had a problem with it, so yeah.
Well, there's a quote I really like, which is that music is just as much about the notes you don't play as the notes you do. I think it says a lot about what people decide to focus their energy on as much as it is what they don't decide to, which I think is what you were bringing to with Not So Erudite, which I also know nothing about that situation.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it felt. I feel like there's so much energy going into telling the victims how they're supposed to be acting, rather than that much energy, like literally energy going into stopping people.
There's no energy required to say, hey, maybe you should keep quiet until you've filed this defamation case.
From spreading the story, rather than putting the energy into the other side. And he did say that he condemned them, which is nice, I guess. Yeah. But I just feel like if you don't know about the situation, you're not willing to learn, you don't care that much, just stay out of it. There's no reason to...
Why even comment on it, right?
But yeah, I really enjoyed your coverage.
Thank you.
I saw Luxander and... oh crap, Malcolm. But I think yours is probably my favorite.
Damn, thank you. That's really kind of you.
It's something other than video essays to put on my second monitor while I work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am working on a video essay, or it's not really an essay. It's like more like it's like a deep dive into creator, but that's not coming out anytime soon, I feel, because I'm still working on it. But yeah, this has definitely distracted me from a lot of other things in my life.
Deep dive.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I do appreciate the support. So thank you.
Yeah,
exciting.
I hope that I just hope that all the people who were hurt by that or whatever, because like I guess that's another thing. While I was watching it, so I didn't know about you either. This has been my introduction to you. I was familiar with Poppy and Xena primarily because of the Courtney Orchard stuff whenever that was coming out, and that's because I was working on my response to Lily Orchard, and so it was relevant. I was like, okay. And so I was like, oh, Poppy and Xena are all right, and I don't really watch the drama stuff. I just watch that stuff, so I wouldn't have even known about any of this stuff that happened if I hadn't just come across your stuff. And for me, at least, that's significant.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I appreciate that. I don't know much about the Lily Orchard stuff. I do want to go into it, but I don't know. I'm still trying to like close up this chapter, so yeah, it's a lot.
So, I'll head out now. Sorry for joining.
Thank you. No, don't be sorry. I appreciate it. Feel free to join whenever. So I really do appreciate it. Have a great one.
No, thanks.
All right, guys, let's move on to this. Let's move on to the President Sunday stream that he took down. Guys, first off, thank you so much for supporting me. I greatly appreciate it.
Here we go. Back to the start.
Huh? What's going on? Also, Sally, thank you so much.
Wait,
thank you so much for hosting it. I know it was a little bit less sportsy than we would have liked, but I wasn't expecting that. Why are people fighting with my homie Testicle Johnson? What's going on?
Oh no, not my homie Testicle Johnson. Not my homie.
Also, hi, again, thank you guys so much for the support you all have been giving me. I really appreciate it. It has definitely made my week. I really appreciate it. I was going to join around. Sorry, Kanye West. Maybe after we cover this. Okay. Oh my gosh, why do you think we get 55 memberships? I was because you're talking to Woo. Oh, okay. I know Queen Bee hated Woo. But look, I get it. Everybody has their opinions. It seems like seems like everybody has their opinions and stuff. But at the end of the day,
seems like everybody has their opinions and stuff. Thank you for that, Stardust. All right, let's listen to this. Sounds like she's got some real insightful comments here, doesn't it?
A stream that he took down. Guys, first off, thank you so much for supporting me. I greatly appreciate it. Wait, why were people fighting with Testicle Johnson? Huh? What's going on? Also, Xylee, thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting it. I know it was a little bit less blood sportsy than you would have liked, but I wasn't expecting that. Why were people fighting with my homie Testicle Johnson? What was going on? Stars, thank you so much for coming on the stream tonight. Thank you for having me. Also, hi, Melena. Again, thank you guys so much for the support you all have been giving me. I really appreciate it. It has definitely made my week. I really appreciate it. I was gonna join Lamau. Sorry, Kanye West. Maybe afterwards, after we cover this, okay? Oh my gosh, YBE, thank you for the gifted 5 memberships. Oh, it was because you were talking to Wu? Oh, okay. I didn't know Queen Bee hated Wu. But look, I get it. I get everybody has their opinions. It seems like you know.
I get everybody has their opinions. It seems like you know.
Damn. Seems like everybody has their
seems like everybody
and stuff, but
has their opinions and stuff. Dude. What a fucking airhead. This is like half of her commentary, by the way. She just talks in circles like this. It's like old Food Shops content. It is like Food Shops 6 months ago, except she's been like this for 3 years.
At the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, I am friendly with a lot of people across different political spectrums. And
at the end of the day, I'm friendly with all sorts of people.
You know, I don't know. I just appreciate what she's done online. I know not everybody agrees with it. And I know that we've all, like, if you've been on the internet for like 10 plus years, like, you're going to have bad moments.
Yeah, what's she done online? What she achieved online?
As well, you know, so, yeah. But I'm not the only person in chat that does not like, no, I know, I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that, so. Thank you for your coverage. Thank you so much, Transpersion. Yeah.
She just has, she just literally, this is, you say she's had the same defense for Flanko at some point, but this is like her defense for everyone. It's just, well, you know, I'm friends with lots of people, okay? But if Sunday had been friends with Poppy and Xena, she was trying to she tried to fish for that without actually knowing it was true, tried to fish for that in the debate and was going to hammer him for his associations. Yet anytime one of her associations brought into question, it's, oh, yeah, you know, I know everyone's got their opinions. It's fucking pathetic. You're such a... Dude. She got that. She must be stopped. This has to end. This has to end. Stardust, stop hitting me. Okay.